The attitudes around and surrounding CBD have definitely changed. There was a big underground culture talking about cannabis, and now it's being talked about in a much broader way. That's coming from a rooted demand from consumers. I founded the brand based on the idea that in the CBD space specifically, there was a lack of regulation and a lack of clarity around what are the products that we are buying and consuming. One of the things that we saw is because it's unregulated and you're dealing with plant, it's hard to have standards when you're actually growing the hemp and then you're extracting the molecule. So a lot of the brands were not able to create their own standards internally to ensure that whatever CBD it says on the bottle is actually what's inside. So I really wanted to take a moment to create some sort of transparency and some sort of standards, if you will, for the CBD space and really vet products that are going onto the market. So we send them out to this third-party lab where we independently test them. So if it says it has 1,000 milligrams on the label, that's actually 1,000 milligrams in the bottle. But beyond that, we really wanted to take this idea of plant-based wellness and really elevate it into an experience. I've seen a lot of studies that 1 in 3 millennials actually state that they're debilitated by anxiety. I believe as New Yorkers, we're probably one of the biggest places for stress. We're constantly on the go. We're constantly running from place to place. Our physical space here in Manhattan is really meant to be an escape. So as you walk into this space, every detail's kind of been thought of to make sure that you have an experience that leaves you less stressed. We do 2 different types of meditation. So one is more of a deep relaxation, while the other is a 20-minute kind of reset in the middle of your workday. So those are typically done around lunchtime, coming in, resetting your mind, decompressing for a few minutes, and then going back into your day and heading back out into the chaos. But in addition to that, it's a place where you can go to learn and discover new products. And it's really about how do we make sure that people learn how to deal with these issues. Traditionally, when you think about plant-based wellness or you think about Eastern medicines or things like cannabis, there's a lot of stigma. And we really wanted to bring it to a place of luxury and really bring it to a place where the mass can do that. And when they're looking for these products, they want to know that they can learn more about the ingredients and can actually be educated on them. And then our educators on the sales floor can actually help guide them to the products that make sense for them. As we start to look at these kind of marijuana movements or hemp movements, I always relate them a little bit more back to prohibition. This is a plant that's been used for thousands and thousands of years for many different purposes, fabric to ingestibles to smoking it, etc. And so we've seen tobacco live, we've seen alcohol come back post-prohibition. And what we're really seeing is kind of this, I believe, unleashing of prohibition around the cannabis plant as a whole. It doesn't surprise me that we've moved towards it. I think there's a big rise in people looking for plant-based solutions, whether that's eating more vegan or replacing chemicals in your medicine cabinet to be more plant-based. I think we see this rise in this movement. And so at the same time, of course, we're going to go back to a plant that's been medicinally used for many, many years.